Barcelona comes back from a 1-0 down second half to win 3-2. Messi gets a brace and scores his 28th goal of La Liga season. Happy Sunday, guys. This is Anthony with Onion Bag, and Barcelona just beat Valencia in a wild game. Honestly, not much to say other than started off scoreless at halftime. Then we were down 1-0 at the 50th minute, scored 3 goals in 12 minutes, then we're up 3-1. Then Soler decides to put a monster in the top left from about, 28 yards out. No pressure, ain't no thing. Here we are. Okay, guys. One of the things I noticed, we started this game. We did start with a fairly decent lineup, to be honest. So we had Lenglet, Piqué, and Araujo in the back, Busquets right in front, Alba, Pedri, De Jong, Dest, Griezmann, and Messi up top. Obviously, we know that formation moves around the 3-1-4-2 because of the fact that Messi plays behind. I saw a lot of play between Messi and Dest completely overlapping each other to the point where Messi's deep into our half and Dest is up top. So I noticed they played a lot back and forth, which actually leads me to believe some of the issues we have when we sub. When we sub, it's people do not know their positioning. They don't know where to go. I see Messi running into Mariba, running into Roberto. Roberto's running into his lanes. It's a big mess, but I digress. Valencia came to play today. It was a very tight first half, and I have to say Barcelona came up against the hit. They were running 2 really compact, tight lines of 4. So at the holding their line kind of around the 18-yard box, hard to get in. And Barcelona decided to play on the left side the entire time. Just kept trying to pound it over there with, weaving in and out with small space with Jordi Alba, Messi. It was just a lot of that same little spot, and Pedri. They were just kind of all in the same space, and it wasn't really working. We did have several occasions where the ball should have went. And I think in like the first 2 minutes, Pedri had one, and he just put it wide. There was a lot of opportunities. They just didn't go in. But beautiful play, you guys. Understand, beautiful play in that first half. Just the ball wasn't going in. I think we're used to that. Got to learn to switch the field. It's like, it was literally sometimes watching Barcelona, we get stuck on these sides of the field. It's almost like watching children play where you're like, switch the ball. They're wide open. That's how it got at the end of that first half. So either way, the game stops. We're at halftime. And Valencia starts off with a serious run in the very first half, like all the way down. Luckily, it didn't go in. Great save by Ter Stegen. And then we ran into our very first goal. Gabriel scores it, but the real issue was it was a corner. Ball floats far post. Ter Stegen goes down, defender go down, and we look up. The reality is this. Mark the back flipping door. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter your lineup. You're overthinking the defense. Have someone on that back post, period. I know we all run up to the 6-yard box. Everyone gathers, and then they try to find their marks and then sprint to be crafty. Just stay in your space. We overcomplicate this. I understand Ter Stegen went down. I understand some people thought it was a foul. Honestly, I thought it was fair. I just thought it was horrible defending. I don't see how you have so many people, completely pushed up to the near post. The back post is completely left open. It was embarrassing. If you were to show that to anyone, they would say that was a complete fail on the defensive end to have nobody in the back post. Just throwing it out there. They cover the near post like it's the deadliest thing in the world and leave the far post wide open. Defending 101, that was horrible. Okay, so down 1-0. But you know what? That's at the 50th minute. Barcelona comes back. I have to give them credit. They fought back. They did their thing. Defense is not our strength, but here we are. In the 55th minute, there was a PK. See, what happened was there was a ball played in and got a handball. It was going to go to De Jong. He could have tapped it in, hoping to tie the game, but instead we got a penalty shot. Messi takes them against Silesen, our old keeper. Low, kind of slow left. Boom. Silesen reaches out to his right post, blocks it. Busquets had an amazing game. He went, gathered that ball, put it back in the mix, and then so he puts it back in the mix. It wouldn't have been happening if it was not for for Busquets. Then Pedro gets a shot. It bounces, bounces right on, looks almost like the guy's crotch, bounces back. And then Messi, second chance opportunity, goes to his knee and kind of side volleys it in. 1-1. Made up for that miss. Awesome. And we keep on rolling, you guys. And we keep on rolling. 63rd minute, it was a goal by Griezmann, which was an amazing ball. Literally, it was an amazing ball from Alba. Alba sent it over to De Jong. And then he heads it down to the far left post. Silicon gets a hand on it. Like I said, he was having a great game. Ball bounces out. Griezmann puts it away. Simple as that. Chasing and following these balls, just following up these opportunities is what we weren't doing in the first half. There was never anyone backdoor, but this time we were there. I've noticed that this team starts to follow up opportunities much better in the second half than they do in the first half. So we're still rolling. A free kick about the 68th minute, 69th minute. This was golazo. This was ridiculous. About like 28 yards out, top of the 18, where you should never foul Barcelona. Like, ever foul Barcelona. Messi gets on the ball, rips it. It almost looked like it was in slow motion the entire time. Left foot, curls it to the right side, so far over. Silicon is jumping. He is flying through the air, but it hits the inside of the right post. Upper. It was perfect. Bounces off the post, onto the ground, into the goal. Amazing. 3-1. At this point, we're celebrating, right? It's great. And at this point, you think it doesn't matter that, well, Ronald Koeman, who's not even in the game because he has 2 game suspension for a red card, doesn't matter that they traded out Dest for Sergio Roberto or Moriba. Actually, honestly, these subbing situations are getting old with Barcelona because it's not so much that the players they're putting are not good. They're always suspect on defense, and they're always running into the patterns of the offensive players. It's almost like they're not watching the game or seeing how people are playing. I noticed that like Sergio Roberto was running in front of Messi's lanes, and then Moriba's gets himself caught where it's like they got to say, hey, it's my ball, and then he peels off of it from Messi right at the top of the 18 when they're about to score. Well, Moriba kind of gives up the ball. About the 83rd minute, Carlos Soler gets the ball, picks his pocket, takes it, rips it about 30 yards out, upper left side, gets past Ter Stegen. It's 2-3. At that point, you were nervous. You were nervous that this was going to get away from us. Luckily, it didn't. Barcelona wins 3-2. They held off. They did a little possession ball. But one thing I noticed, when we do our subs, we do it primarily on a defensive scheme. Once the team knows, like, okay, we got to load up the defense so that we don't get scored on. The primary function of Barcelona's style is to keep people pinned back on their own third so that you're not playing defense. So when we transition back to a defensive philosophy, it ruins the entire flow of the game. I am optimistic with the matchup on May 8th with Atletico Madrid, who is at 67 or 76 points, and we're at 74 tied with Real Madrid. I believe we win that game. Real Madrid will falter. As long as we keep winning, we can win this league. I'm optimistic about that. I'm super fired up. I hope everybody else is too. This season's been kind of insane. Like, really kind of insane. Anyway, everyone have a good weekend. Talk to everyone soon.